Hello and welcome to Premier Study in Investing. It's great to have you. Thanks for stopping by.
Hello, welcome back to another video on Moderna. We're here June 9th, closed at $28.14. On the day it was up about 2.5%. One thing I'll just draw your attention to is the short float that we have here, 19.64. Wow. Big. Looks like they put this out twice per month. Last day of the month and then the 15th. And so 19.64 up from 17.58. Yeah, wow. Short ratio 6.60. Okay, so here's the article. It came out late this afternoon. I don't know when exactly the time, but it's from the HHS. We're at hhs.gov. Press release. Title says, HHS takes bold steps to restore public trust in vaccines by reconstituting the ACIP. The ACIP is the Advisory Committee for Immunization Practices. As you may know, Peter Marks was forced to resign about a month ago. What this basically says is, under the leadership of HHS Secretary Robert F. Kennedy Jr., the agency removed the 17 sitting members of the ACIP committee and will replace them with new members currently under consideration. He says, today we're prioritizing the restoration of public trust above any specific pro or anti-vaccine agenda. The public must know, he said, that unbiased science evaluated through a transparent process and insulated from conflicts of interest guides the recommendations of our health agencies. Well, for about, a week or so, people have been saying, this is bullcrap. We were given a promise that all new vaccines would be placebo tested in a randomized placebo-controlled trial. And then a few days after that announcement, maybe a week, they approved the new Moderna product it's the mRNA 1283, which is the product. If you go to look at their pipeline, its marketing name is called mNEX Spike. So anyways, and everybody was like, what in the world? I mean, the only thing you can say is maybe some department went rogue. I think the CDC and the FDA both fall under HHS. And so did they approve that one against Secretary Kennedy's advice, approval, wishes, mandates, whatever? I don't know. But man, some people have been stirred up about that for sure. It's kind of interesting that they get into the political stuff here on this, HHS departmental. But the press release says the Biden administration appointed all of the current or previous 17 sitting ACIP members. 13 of them were appointed in 2024. These appointments would have prevented the current administration from choosing a majority of the committee until 2028. So the prior administration made a concerted effort to lock in public health ideology and limit the incoming administration's ability to take proper action to restore public trust in vaccines. Closes, he says, a clean sweep is necessary to reestablish public confidence in vaccine science, Kennedy concluded. ACIP's new members will prioritize public health and evidence-based medicine. The committee will no longer function as a rubber stamp for industry profit-taking agendas. The entire world once looked at American health regulators for guidance, inspiration, scientific impartiality, and unimpeachable integrity. Public trust is eroded. Only through radical transparency and gold standard science will we earn it back. Now, for investors, when's the next meeting? ACIP will convene its next meeting June 25th through June 27th. Let's say best case scenario. Well, okay, so I'm short. I'm mostly short. I mean, I have calls and puts on this because I don't know which way it's going to go. And as I've said in the past, I think that the people who are saying this thing is too risky, it's too dangerous, there's too many problems, have won the argument as far as the risk-benefit analysis, that it's more risk than it is benefit. But anyways, I also in my last video said that it looked like, based on some post-marketing plans from the FDA letter to Moderna, that they were planning on working with the FDA, or the FDA was planning on working with Moderna for the next 10 years until 2035 on some post-marketing trials. Again, not these randomized placebo-controlled trials that we were promised about 3 weeks ago, but post-marketing trials for kids under 12 that would stretch out into as late as 2035 before all the reports would be submitted and completed and wrapped up. So I said, okay, I don't know. It looks like FDA is planning on running with this for another 10 years. I suppose, I don't know if they can reverse a prior approval. I suppose they can. I don't know if they can do it like, would they do it on June 25th through 27th? I know that's a little bit, as a person, one of those people that are in the 19.64% of, folks that are shorting this, I'd have to be honest and say probably not, but that's all just conjecture on my part. It's not investing advice. I mean, I have no idea what's going to happen. There's obviously some issues with, well, they say it, profit-taking agendas. And earlier he said what? Something about, transparent, insulated from conflicts of interest. So obviously you have some situation where there's conflicts of interest, there's industry profit-taking agendas. I mean, okay, they admit it. They admit it themselves. So the thing with me is like how powerful and how deeply in control and entrenched are those industry profit-taking agendas or conflicted interests able to continue to operate and do whatever they want to do. I don't know, but interesting news. Hey, one quick parting comment. You heard all this news about posts or people saying, "Oh my gosh, there's like all these new cases coming out of Thailand or whatever." Well, you can see right here. We'll just put Thailand in here. This is going back until January 2023. So January 2023. Here's this big spike. That's pretty interesting, actually. I thought that would have been captured by the world number. World that hasn't really ticked up much, but for Thailand, big spike. But in general, it's not like where we were before. Although that's a higher line, I suppose you could say, than what we've seen for 2 years, going back to May 5th. 2023 had a little bump here, so who knows what's going on in Thailand. I guess there's something, maybe that's a bullish thing. You could say, if I've always thought, I mean, if there is a new whatever emergent disease, I mean, this thing went from $10 to over $450. So I have zero confidence that any of the shenanigans are over or gain of function has been brought to a halt or any such things. Who knows what people can do with AI or whatever. So, but apparently that'd be what cases per million people. 137 per million, though. It's still, if it was 1,000, that'd be 1,000th%. And you're like at 1/10 of that, so 1 in 10,000 people are getting this case. I don't know if that's really that big a deal, honestly. I mean, 1 in 10,000 people are catching COVID in Thailand. Is that a big deal? Is that gonna move the stock? I'm gonna say no. But could a bunch of headlines? I don't know. Who knows what investors are gonna do? But 1 in 10,000. 1.3 in 10,000. Okay, so anyway, talk to you later. Thanks. Okay, great. If you're interested in learning portfolio management, we have 2 ways you can do it. You can either go to premierstateinvesting.com, go to our portfolio creation course, use the coupon code THANKS, and learn graduate level portfolio management. There's a bunch of videos. You can check them out. There's a couple downloads. I walk through basically how to build a portfolio, based on modern portfolio theory. It is some work. You can, if you have ChatGPT Plus or Pro, you can download data for free. Otherwise, it's not very easy. You're either going to have to pay for it or be able to use API through like Python. Anyways, that would be something to know about before you jump in. You can go to the first video and just learn the concept and keep it moving. If you want a final product using current prices for the suggested ETFs and sectors, and it's all the 11 sectors plus gold, Bitcoin, VTI, which is US All Equity ETF put out by Vanguard, 2 bond funds, yeah, and then 2 risk-free assets, either TLT or SHY. So those are all in the model. If you want to get one of those models, you can go to Patreon. I'll put all that stuff in the links of this video, as well as the link to the Our World in Data, so you can see what's the latest in Thailand and globally. Thanks, bye.